If you want to see a triathlete's full day of eating, don't go anywhere. Today's Monday night and I want to show you guys a day of eating. So I'm starting from tonight because I want to show you what I eat the night before having a hard workout. So tomorrow I have a bike workout which is really hard. So it's 2 times 15 minutes at my FTP. We're having green plantain pasta with tapioca starch. So we switched the conventional white pasta or whole wheat pasta for complex carbohydrates as tapioca and green plantain, and we're having some chicken. We normally don't have chicken because it's very low quality in general, so it's really hard to find high quality chicken, but tonight we were kind of running and we got a rotisserie chicken from the supermarket. We came home, just boiled the pasta, and now we're cooking some white sauce with chicken in it. It's a super easy dinner, very nutritious. It has complex carbs, as I said. It's got some chicken, so I don't count calories. I'm not gonna count any macros. I just try to choose the right foods depending on what I have to do. I had dinner like 30 minutes ago, so now I'm gonna measure my blood glucose just to show you guys where I'm at. Normally, if I had like simple carbs, I would be between 130, 140, 120. It's between that range, but right now let's see where exactly I'm at after having complex carbs. Doesn't mean that if I'm having complex carbs instead of simple traditional carbs, the load is gonna be different. It's gonna be the same thing, with the difference that it's very slow, and that's ultimately what I'm looking for health. That's my main goal with having this meal, because in terms of training and performance, I'm having a hard bike tomorrow, but I'm not compromising the glycemic load from my food because I had between 60 and 90 grams of carbs in that meal, and that's what I would have if I was having a simple carb. I just replace those with complex carbs and the load is gonna be the same. Tuesday morning, I'm doing the bike workout I told you about, so it's going to be 2 times 15 minutes, very hard efforts, and only 5 minutes in between. So I'm not going to have any breakfast. That is something I do most days. I rarely take breakfast before working out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start fasted. I'll just warm up, and once I'm like 5 minutes away from starting the hard part of the workout, I'm gonna start eating on the bike. So I will have a Yukon bar before the first interval, and then throughout the 2 efforts I'm going to drink also Yukon drink. It's going to be like 30 grams of carbs in the bottle with some electrolytes, and prior to that I'll have the Yukon bar. So overall it's going to be like an hour 10 workout, and I'm going to have approximately 50 grams of carbs. So I'm going to fuel it properly, and as always I'm trying to not use simple sugars. I'm going to try and hold between 280 and 300 watts for the efforts, for those who want to know, and I'll check with you guys after the workout to show you what I'm having for breakfast. Alright guys, so I just finished the bike. It went very well. I felt energy the whole way, so that felt good. And just to show you guys, I'm just gonna bring this from last night to the office, and I'll just reheat it there, and that's gonna be my breakfast. Very simple, just leftover, and it's got some carbs, protein in it, some fat, and this will keep me full until lunchtime. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Bye. My wife just made hamburgers for lunch. I had some fried eggs and cheese, and I also had some rice, just because today was a hard day in the morning and I want to make sure that I recover. And also I have a gym session later on the day. So I had organic brown rice, which is a more complex carb than just having plain white rice, and that sits very well whenever I'm having it with a lot of protein and fat. So that was a great lunch, and I'm just having some coffee now, and I'll see you guys for dinner. Just came back from the gym. We did a strength session, focused on the legs, and now we're just cooking dinner. So we just made a super easy bowl. We replaced pasta for cabbage, which is one of the vegetables we eat the most. And we just cooked some fresh tuna, which is very delicious. And we just mix some Thai sauces. You just mix them with lemon and it gives a very good Asian flavor to the dish. And just to complement with carbs, we're having some green banana. As you probably noticed already, it's one of our favorite carbs to have. And the reason is that it has resistant starch, which is very good for the gut, besides from having very good nutrients if you compare it with other carbohydrates. So that's why it's one of our favorite carbs. So we started yesterday, Monday night, with dinner. I was showing you guys how I was preparing for today's bike workout in the morning, which was, as I said before, a hard workout. And I ate some carbs last night with a green plantain pasta. Then this morning I just took leftover from dinner as breakfast to the office. And then on lunch I show you what we had, and finally dinner we just show you that we focus a lot on protein, and tuna was a main ingredient from our dinner. We tried to keep it low carb with the plantain instead of any simple carb, because as I said before, we love plantain starch, especially when it's green, because it hasn't turned into sugar yet. So that starch is very good for the gut bacteria, so we love it, and we basically have plantain every day. We also have root vegetables. We have sweet potatoes. We have some cassava sometimes. We have very rarely potatoes. I actually prefer brown rice than potato. I feel it sits better in my stomach. And I'll be showing you in further videos other carb sources that we use normally. But that's it for today. I apologize if I focus the video on green plantains, because we had green plantain pasta last night. We have plantain again today, but I really wanted to make it as natural as possible, and that was what we actually planned. So we just threw it there and ate that. But as I said, we have a lot of complex carb sources, and that's what we like to eat. For many years, when I started doing this sport, I was kind of meant to have high carb meals all the time, and basically simple carbs, because they were the easier carbs to cook and eat. But with years, we exclusively have complex carbs, so we avoid simple carbs at all costs. And that is something that I'm excited to share, because I believe that health can be prioritized when eating this type of carbs. A very important thing to mention here is that the glycemic load, so actually the amount of energy that we're storing in our muscles with the carbs we eat, is exactly the same as if I was having simple carbs. So I'm by any means sacrificing or compromising the load that I get from carbohydrates, which I believe is crucial for performing at a high level on hard workouts. And next time I do a day of eating, I'm probably gonna show you what I do on an easy day or on easier days. I'll just show you this to close the video. So thank you guys for following, and subscribe and like down below. It'll help me a lot. It'll help more people like you get this information if you find it valuable somehow.